everybody, welcome to the Wellness Garden Tool Shed. I did a little redecorating in my room, and now you can see that I have a little addiction problem to my tarot and oracle cards in the back over here. I have a new deck. This is the medieval cat tarot deck. Um, by my neighbors gave them to me. And I was watching a lot of podcasts trying to get into a better frame of mind and not listen to the negative news stuff. And it was so interesting just how people communicate and uh, how they hold themselves. And when people are doing tarot or they're doing stuff, and a lot of stuff is to always sell something and all that kind of thing. Well, yes, we're in business, so you're going to have some element of that. But the real reason why I do these videos is really just to kind of show people how energy works and how tarot is how I use it, because it's been very helpful in my life, and also because it's the hero's journey. You have your ups, you have your downs. So how do we navigate through it? And so that's why I do that and kind of show you. And I'm going to start working on some videos to show you how to use tarot for yourself. We'll go through each one of the cards. So it'll be a few videos and stuff. So then you can read your own cards, because they have been extremely helpful for me going through really hard situations. And it just seems like there's an abundance of hard situations right now that are, I think, life lessons to teach you and help you grow, because we have growing pains when we're growing. And so the tarot has actually helped me navigate through this stuff, and what you focus your attention on expands. So for me, when I do readings in a chaotic situation, there always seems to be that little bit of hope, and then I cling on to it, and then again your reticular activation system is activated so that you start finding solutions to whatever those problems are. Now sometimes there's some things there are no solutions, okay? Like when somebody gets a diagnosis that's, grim. Again, nothing's in stone, but that puts things into perspective when all the other little chaoses say, you get fired from a job, or you quit a job, or you get a divorce, or one of those kind of things. Those are always things you can overcome and fix. So, with that, let's see what the energy holds for this week and how we can navigate it, and then you can kind of understand how the tarot works. And so, if you like this, please give it a thumbs up. That helps the channel grow, and it can also help people who are into this kind of thing. I read cards a little bit differently because, yes, there's an element to prediction, but it's just kind of like how energy works, how the momentum of energy works. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a prediction, because we have free will, which means we can choose to let the energy go this way, or we might have to shift our energy in order to get an outcome that we would prefer to have. So, without further ado, let us begin with our little medieval kitty cats. All right, first card is, I should have put my glasses on, is the Four of Coins, which is the Four of Pentacles. She's just a cute little kitty. So the Four of Pentacles really is about structure, establishments, government, corporations, but it's also about balance. It's also a money card. It is about, are you spending too much, or are you hoarding it too much? Because either way, those, I always do this, those are things you need to consider. So the situation right now at hand is about balance, and it's the structure of things. So this is more regarding your material world, maybe not so much your emotions, but more of kind of your work family life, your spending and hoarding money life. It could be your structures, but it is calling you to pay attention to being balanced, okay? And what is the overarching energy, or the block, whatever this card, we'll see how it goes, will be kind of what this energy is that may be needed. And this is also coins, Two of Coins. Two of Coins, okay? So yes, this is about balancing act, okay? It's also about having a little more fun into what you're doing, because you always want to have joy when you're doing stuff, because then you'll want to do it more, right? So find a way to have fun because you're juggling a lot of things right now. You might be feeling a little overwhelmed. That's that energy that is asking you to balance. So we have two balancing cards right now. So wouldn't it be funny if we got like the temperance or the justice card, right? Let's see what's next. What is the foundation that is calling us to get that structure to be balanced and to kind of maybe navigate and have some structure to all of the things that we're trying to juggle? And that would be strength. You have the emotional inner strength to deal with this, okay? You might be feeling extremely overwhelmed, but you have an inner strength that you might not be aware of. You are probably stronger than you know. Most of us are. We're put to the test. And so act on that inner strength. This is not brute strength. This is not one of those, I'm going to bulldoze my way through something. This is about thinking about your inner strength and probably restraining some of the emotions that you want to unleash, but find another way to do it where you can have some compassion and yet you're not getting walked all over at the same time, but you're keeping yourself composed. That's kind of interesting. That's something I need to work on sometimes. I'm only human. But okay, so what have we learned in the past that can help when we've gone through something similar to this? And that is, so this is the Eight of Wands. How did we use this in the past? The Eight of Wands kind of goes along with this inner strength. Sometimes we're starting to get busy. Actually, it goes along with the other two cards with balancing act. This is the kind of good busy, and this is where you're kind of excited, the energy that goes to it. And so that's kind of what this card right here is trying to call for. So you've had that before where you've had that energy and that boost of energy because you got excited and passionate about what you were doing. So use that energy for this, and that will help the overwhelmed feeling that you have in your balancing act. And so what is for the higher good? We have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so you really did start something. You started something that was really great, and you're being called to protect it. You are being called to not give up. Again, you have the strength. It's like a competition. You're almost there. You're not quite there because it's not the 10, but it's the 9. And so, again, you do have what it takes. You are strong. You're fierce. So defend your position, but defend it not with brute strength, emotional strength, okay? That's what's being called for all of this. So what is around the corner? And this is, ooh, the Ace of Swords, right? So does it look a little grim? Sometimes the Ace of Swords is a little hard to deal with because it is the bumpy start, okay? It is the idea that's really great. You have a great idea, but things just have some serious roadblocks or detours. But it's this card is telling you with all the struggles that you've had trying to do this balancing act, trying to not feel overwhelmed, trying to have this inner strength, trying to fight for what you created and have that passion spark again, is because you've had these bumps in the road and you feel like everything's kind of getting in your way to keep you from moving forward. I'm here to tell you this particular card right here is encouraging you to go forward regardless of the setbacks that you're having, okay? Because the idea is really a good one. And, you know, this is strength in adversity. This is strength, okay? So, again, this is kind of how that energy works. And that's what might be what's coming up this week. And so, therefore, if you know there's going to be some challenges coming out and we know we need to balance it out and maybe we do have to throw some money out, quit holding on to it so much because that money might make it easier for you, or you need to put some structures that are a little more balanced into place, then that's going to help you out, okay? So that will be the beneficial part. And you will really you will get the life lesson of your inner strength, and you will build confidence from that, because confidence comes from doing the hard things and making a promise to yourself to not give up and to keep going. And things are not done until they're done, until you say they're done. Okay. So remember that when you're doing any new endeavor whatsoever, or running your whole household, or running a business, or relationships, or whatever it is, you have that strength, and you can protect the things that you've created and started. And, you know, there's going to be competition along the way. This, I do think, has more to do with your work situation. And just because the coins, it's the material world and that kind of thing. So, what is your superpower in this? Your superpower is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups. This is one of my favorite cards. This is all about manifesting. Make a wish. Your manifesting abilities are actually on fire right now. So this card also tells you, gives you a little bit of a warning not to be a glutton so much, but again, um, I would say for this particular reading, and having the goals that you've started out with, and this structure and balance and this inner strength, is remember you are a powerful being and your energy is powerful, and that you can manifest whatever you want. That's going to be your superpower to move you forward. Okay. Look at things that you've manifested in the past, where you started thinking about something and that excited energy gets on it, and that fuels things to grow, because wherever you put your attention to and energy flows, energy goes. It's true. It just is true. So what do the outside sources have to say or influence on this? Oops, I'm throwing cards. All right. Oh, okay. So we okay, so with this balance and all of this stuff. So we got the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is a nightmare card. So there's going to be naysayers. They're going to try to create a bunch of anxiety and negative stuff in your life. And this is where you have to have the inner strength. That's probably what's causing this bump in this adversity in the road. So remember, this nightmare card a lot of times is the anxiety is built up so much in your head that you make mountains out of molehills. So there could be an influence that has made a mountain out of a molehill, that has totally got things off track, but you need to keep your head. You've got to keep your head on this. Okay, so what are your hopes and fears for this week? Oh, the Wheel of Fortune. Luck is on your side. Things are going to start picking up once we keep moving forward, okay? So I love this card because this is the wheels are in motion. We are moving forward. You might actually go somewhere and travel a little bit. Holiday season's coming up. But this card is luck is on your side. So even though it feels like we're feeling a little overwhelmed and we're feeling a little off kilter and we have to have this inner strength because we have this bump in the road, things are going to start going in your direction, and luck's on your side. So hallelujah for that. Okay. And then what is the outcome for this week? Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. I love her. She's so busy. She's got ADHD, but she knows how to use it as her superpower. And she gets everything done. So this could be you. This could be a person that comes into your life to help you out. But she's passionate. She has drive. She's fun. She's organized. She likes to have nice parties. She also likes to take care of everybody. And she can still make, time to be a volunteer at school for her kids or whatever. So again, this reading and this energy for this week and how you can navigate through it. This is what kind of helps me and gives me hope, because I can totally relate to this energy, because yes, my energy is going to be on this since I pulled the cards, and this is pretty spot on, at least for me. And this is why I do this, because I feel like it helps. It really helps, because as even though there's chaos and there's this need to balance, and you need the inner strength to not be a bull and go just take things, just grab it and shake it and make it work. That's the force is not the way to do it. So there has to be that balance, the give and take. Are you giving too much? Are you not receiving enough? Vice versa. And are you spending too much money? And then is this really working out? Or are you hoarding on too much where maybe you do need to do this? It's a give and take. Do you need more structure? Do you have too much structure? Where do you need to have that balance with your structure. And then we have the two of coins, which is also about balance, because you've got a lot of things in the air and maybe we need to focus on one or maybe focus on a couple, but at least this card actually wants you to have a little fun while you're juggling all of these things. And yes, you are strong. You've always had this inner strength. Remember it, use it. And then remember when you had passion, when you were so busy with the Eight of Wands that just really had you excited about all this fun opportunities that were coming up. Try to incorporate that with your overwhelm. Let's add some fun to it so you can navigate through this energy that might feel a little overwhelming. And then, what you've started, you need to keep moving forward, regardless of the blocks. This right here, the Nine of Wands, again, it might feel like a competition. You might be competing with somebody, might be with yourself. Give yourself a challenge, and you're kind of like, can I actually do it? Yes, you can. Come on, keep going, because the idea that you have, what you've created, it's not meant to be easy because something great's going to come out of it. And when things are just a little too easy, we do take it for granted. So again, success out of adversity, okay? And then don't forget your manifestation abilities. What you focus on expands. That you can listen to any entrepreneur. That is so true. And you're going to have naysayers. The naysayers are going to say, "Oh, but you can't do that. And what about this? And so did that." And they're going to try to rain on your parade. Do not let this anxiety get to you. This is outside anxiety. Deal with your own stuff, not the outside, because luck is on your side. Because again, when you're manifesting and you're trying to get that positive energy back, it creates momentum. And that's what you want, momentum. And guess what? You're a queen, baby. This is the Queen of Wands. And you know what? She's a doer. She gets things done. She loves doing it. She shines. She has energy for days, and people feed off of that. It's like charisma, like things are going to go in the right direction. She's a queen, and queens don't even chase, they attract. Yep. So, this is what I have for you for this week. I am filming this on Sunday afternoon, but I will be posting this tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. And hopefully you find this helpful if you are struggling with some things. But this is exactly why I do cards. Yes, do I want to maybe do some reading for people if they're interested? Sure. But you can hit me up if that's what you want to do. And but the main thing is to understand that things are energy. Things can be rough. And for me, looking at the hero's journey, because we're all the hero's journey in our own journey, right? We're all the hero, and we have this journey of life. We all have a story. We all have our ups and downs. We have our trials and our triumphs. And this just, to me, softens the blow when you're going through something a little rough. And this week might feel a little rough. Last week was rough. The week before that was even rougher. So things have been a little challenging, but there's always hope, and you can't live in that negative space because it just brings you down. That's what happens. And so this is why I do this. I'm hoping it helps somebody. It helps me to help somebody. So, yeah, maybe it is for me. But the real thing is, I just love this information. I want other people to use it to their benefit as well. And this is why we're here. So, if you like this kind of content, please hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost a thing. And it also gets it out there a little bit more. Share it to somebody you like that might need to hear this. Sorry, not that you like, but that needs to hear this, that might be going through it. And just to let them know there's always hope, and your energy matters, and we're stronger than we know. And your manifestation abilities are probably a lot stronger than you know. All right. Well, with that, have a great day. And yeah, you can see my little collection back there. I have a little addiction problem to my tarot and oracle cards. So, but again, they've helped me in times of serious heartache and down times, that it gives me hope. And then I can focus on the kind of outcomes I want. And then I usually get them. It's kind of weird, but it works. I should say I get the outcomes I want or better. Always say that, don't have a specific outcome, but have an outcome or better. Okay? So, again, have a great week and don't give up. You're strong. Bye.